Yokis, and welcome to your flow. We're going to start today in a wide-legged child's pose at the back of your mat, bringing your feet together, sitting onto your heels. Knees are about mat width, and then slowly draping your body in between your thighs, resting your head on your hands, a pillow, a block, a book, the mat. Just finding stillness here as we start right away to warm up our hips. Any variation with the arms that you like, just letting go of effort. Lowering your eyes or, shutting your eyes or lowering your gaze. Just starting to notice. Notice your breath. The air traveling through you. The space in your body where it's stiff. Noticing how you feel. How you feel in connection to your breath. The parts of your skin that are touching the mat, that are surrounded by the air. Noticing any smells. Just tuning into your physical self, your current state. Nothing to analyze, nothing to do except be present. Everything else can wait. Taking a few more moments here if you want to set an intention for your practice, a mantra, a value, something to anchor you, to help you come back. Something kind or motivating. Let's take a deep breath together on the count of 3. So starting to inhale for 1, 2, 3. Suspend the breath for a moment. Open your mouth, big sigh out. And gently start coming out of your child's pose and making your way into a tabletop position. In tabletop, you have a slight tuck of the tailbone just so you feel the belly grab that long spine. Shoulders and wrists are stacked, knees and your hips. On the inhale, curl your tailbone up, drop the belly, open up the chest, look up. Exhale, curl it inwards, dome in between the shoulders, look between your legs. And then match your own rhythm of breath to movement. Going through cat-cow, slowly, mindfully. Adding any variations that feel good, maybe getting into the shoulders. I like to sink into them and push myself up. Perhaps doing some neck rolls, rolling your hips. Getting all the directions of your spine, making sure you Roll the opposite direction. Noticing any sticky parts. Let's take 3 more rounds. When you're done, find a neutral table. Bring your hands out slightly and then come up into your downward dog. Straightening your legs, hips towards the sky, curling your sit bones upwards. Feet are about hip width apart. Any movement here that feels good, maybe pedaling out the feet. Maybe it's stillness that your body is craving. Listening to that physical self and what it's asking of you and honoring that. Weight is equally distributed in your hands and your feet. We'll wave from plank to downward dog. Big inhale, come high up on your tippy toes. Roll your spine like a wave into the top of a push-up. Slight pause, and then on the exhale, bending your knees, arching your back, coming back to downward dog. And then again, matching rhythm of breath to movement, flowing through this at your own pace. Your own rhythm. Waking up more of our body. Waking up our core as you linger a little bit longer in that top of a push-up, making sure you're breathing in between your shoulder blades, not just sinking in there. And the next time you're in a downward dog, stay there, breathing, finding stillness. Start walking your hands towards your feet, generous bend in the legs, and find a ragdoll at the back of your mat. The generous bend in the knees helps a release in the lower back. I can feel a long line from my tailbone all the way to my shoulders. Maybe movement or stillness. Again, what feels good. Any variation of the arms. I'm grabbing either elbow just to make myself a little bit heavier. Drop your head, drop your brain. Finding stillness if there was movement and bringing your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, long legs, long back. Intending the weight in towards our feet to stack our hips over our heels. And exhale, fold over. Inhale, generous bend in the knees. Exhale, pause here, reaching your arms forward. Your upper body is still connected to your thighs. Breathing here, weight is now in your heels. Gently on your inhale, start lifting your upper body. Nothing changes in your legs. Come into a chair pose. So you're in this sort of awkward chair, sort of squat position, being mindful of what muscles you're using, maybe taking it out of your face, lowering the shoulders from your ears, but your arms are still lifted, chest is up. Slight tuck of the tailbone always for that long spine. You're building heat. Inhale, straighten out the legs, look up, stand tall. Exhale, fold over completely. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, generous bend in the knees. One more time. Exhale, reach your arms forward. Inhale, lifting your upper body up your thighs, chair pose. Exhale, bring your hands into prayer and start twisting your upper body towards the right. Noticing if your left knee wants to creep forward, sending it back. Inhale, backing off slightly, coming to center. And exhale, twisting towards the left this time, coming back into your chair. One more time each side. Inhale, reaching up slightly, Coming to center, exhale, twist. Inhale, back off a bit, coming to center, exhale, twist. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, reach up, look up, maybe come up on your tippy toes. And when you're ready to let go of that breath, exhale, fold over completely, forward fold. Walk your hands back out and find your downward dog. Now that we've built some heat, we'll start to flow. Inhale, high up on your tippy toes, come through plank, and then pause. Pausing in plank, top of a push-up. On your next exhale, bring your left forearm to the ground, then your right. You're in a plank position, your shoulders are stacked over your elbows, palms planted on the mat. It's like tuck of the tailbone still for that core. And then drop your knees, drop your hips, inhale, open up, bringing the tops of your feet down, find a sphinx. Breathing here in this back bend, opening in the chest. On the exhale, pushing into the tops of the feet, your option to leave the knees down, or you'll just join me in lifting them up. On the exhale, peeking your head in between your legs, lifting up your thighs, your knees, and your hips. Inhale brings it back down gently into Sphinx. Exhale, you're curling up, coming into that plank position, tops of the feet pressing into the mat, feeling strong. Inhale. One more time, come into that core plank. Inhale, back into Sphinx. And then curl the toes underneath, using your knees. Pop them up off the ground, come back into plank. And then press your right arm and then your left arm back, top of a push-up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale in your downward dog, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Hips are parallel, squared, toes are pointed towards the mat. On the inhale, you can feel your leg reaching higher. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it in towards your chest, drop the foot, drop your right knee. Inhale, light on your fingertips. Exhale, come into your low lunge. Feel for your adjustments, trying to stack your knees, your left knee over your left heel and ankle, your right knee right underneath your right hip. Squeezing that right glute, getting a good stretch and engagement in your right hip flexors. Inhale to reach your arms up. And then catch either elbow. Making sure you're not too tight with your shoulders around your ears, but they're relaxed. Just opening up the chest in this position. Breathing always. And on your next exhale, pushing into your feet, come to stand, straightening out that right leg, finding a lunge, high lunge, holding either elbow, breathing still. If you're feeling the space, maybe on your inhales, you're leaning back slightly, opening up the chest, coming into a gentle back bend. On your exhale, release the bind in your arms, swing them forward and behind you, bringing your upper body to a 45-degree angle in a runner's lunge, getting ready for takeoff. Get your arm in frame. Shifting your weight into your left foot, lift your back leg up, right heel is in line with your right hip, and inhale, reach your arms forward and ahead. You're in a warrior three. Not here for long, take a big breath. On the exhale, plant both of your hands in front of you. Your leg is still at your right leg is still hovering. Breathing here. And then on your next exhale, use your left hand to gently glide up your right arm and open up towards the sky, twisting your upper body towards the left, without compromising your hips. So making sure your right toes are still facing the mat. On your next exhale, bending in both knees, step your right foot right next to your left, but maintain the twist. So notice the challenge of keeping both knees in alignment. And then when you're feeling strong and ready, your next exhale, bring your upper body up into a twisted chair. Arms are reaching towards either side. Noticing your legs wanting to shift. Breathing in your chair. Inhale, bring both arms to frame your ears facing forward. Exhale, fold over completely. Plant the hands, step back, downward dog. Option to take a moment here, take a break, stand downward dog, or join me. Inhale through plank. Exhale, pause. Inhale. Exhale, right forearm down, then left forearm down, plank. Breathing here. Drop the knees, drop the hips. Inhale, open up into space. Top of the feet on the mat. Exhale, push into the top of the feet. Look at your knees in this plank variation. Inhale, come back to space. Curling your toes underneath, coming back to plank. And then press your left hand, then your right hand, back to the top of a push-up. Exhale, downward dog. So we're all together now in downward dog, and we'll flow to the other side. Inhale, right leg lifts this time in your three-legged dog. Breathe that heel higher, and on the exhale, bring it in towards your chest. Drop the right foot, drop the left knee. Inhale, light on your fingertips. Exhale, find your low lunge. Make all the necessary adjustments, feeling your body out. Your right hip likely needs to scooch back a little bit to find that alignment before you reach your arms up. And then interlace or grab for opposite elbows once more. If there's an awkward way to do it, I suggest you do that. Find your breath. On your next inhale, pushing into both feet, lift that left knee off the mat, coming into your high lunge. Maybe on the inhales, you feel your upper body getting a little bit longer, and on the exhales, gently leaning back, opening up the chest, the heart, looking up. If you're staying forward, maybe trying to do it with your eyes shut, or really advanced with a smile. On the exhale, release the bind of the arms, let them flow all the way behind you. Reach your upper body forward, coming into that runner's lunge, preparing for takeoff. Still bending into that front knee, that right knee over your right heel. Shifting the weight into your right toes. Lifting that left leg off the mat. Find your warrior three. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Engage that left foot. Flexing it so the toes are towards the mat, noticing the alignment. It'll be heavier if it's dead weight. And then on your exhale, drop your hands in front of you. Maintaining that warrior three leg behind you. Bringing your right hand to your right wrist. Exhale, gently glide it up and open, reaching towards the sky. Where's your breath? Where's your intention? And then bending in both knees, stepping your left foot next to your right, sitting back into your chair. Exhale, come all the way up into a twisted chair. You're opened up towards the right, arms reaching towards opposite directions. Your hips, your knees are all parallel in line. Inhale, bring your arms to center, coming in classic chair. And when you're ready to exhale, let it go, fold over, plant your hands, step back, downward dog. Last option to flow here. Inhale through plank. Exhale, left forearm down, right forearm down. Drop your knees, drop your hips. Inhale, open up the chest, find your Sphinx. Exhale, curl inwards, push into plank. Inhale, come back into Sphinx. Curl your toes, lift those knees, use your core to come into your plank. Plant your right hand, then your left hand, top of a push-up. Exhale, downward dog. Taking a few breaths here in stillness or in movement. Feeling the heat, feeling the energy. Start walking your hands back towards your feet, generous bend in the legs. You're at the back of your mat, folded over. Press your hands into your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back, straight legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, generous bend in the knees. Exhale, reach your arms overhead. Your upper body is still planted on your thighs. Inhale, reach your upper body off the thighs, coming into your chair. Big inhale and exhale, sinking a little bit deeper. Weight is in your heels. Now reach your arms behind you like your wings. You know where I'm going likely. Bird of prey. Start shifting the weight into your toes. Lift your heels off the mat, trying to keep your chest up. Seeing if you can stack your heels over your toes. It's okay to fall out of it, hopefully, obviously. It's okay to be shaky. We're waking up these muscles in our feet. Bird of prey. I love this pose. It just feels beautiful. And when you're done playing, step back on your heels. Inhale, reach up, look up, maybe a bit of a back bend, and then exhale, fold over completely. In your forward fold, start heel toeing your feet out to come into a wider stance. Just slightly directioning your toes outwards and your heels inwards. We're gonna start gently lowering our bum down, bending at the heel, bending at the knees, coming into a malasana. So wherever you're comfortable, either on a block, a pillow, or if you're able to just come to this low squat. Using your forearms to help kind of intend your legs open, bring your hands into prayer at your chest. Wherever you are in this posture, whatever you're doing to get there, find a position of ease where you can shut down your eyes, come back to your physical state, your breath, your intention. What do you feel? What parts of your body are sweating? Can you feel movement of air? I brought some lily of the valleys into the house, and it's so fragrant. And then bringing your hands to the mat, start shifting your bum up towards the sky, straightening out the legs, heel toeing them back to about hip width, and we'll forward fold once more. And then making your way onto your bum on the mat, no matter how you get there. So you're sitting at about the middle of the mat, knees bent, feet forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, start gently rolling your spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming to be flat on the mat. Head comes down last. Bring your knees to, bending your knees still. Your heels are right underneath. You can graze the heel with the back of your hands. You can graze the back of your heel with your hands. And then planting your hands beside you, palms facing down. We'll do a few rounds of bridge here. On the inhale, you're pushing your hips towards the sky, squeezing the glutes. The breath comes all the way into your chest and your upper chest. On the exhale, you gently roll it down, vertebrae by vertebrae, hips come down last. And doing this at your own rhythm of breath. Tight squeeze of your glutes at the top of the inhale. Can you reach higher every time? Intending your knees forward. Maybe you're shutting down your eyes. Slowing everything down. Feeling strong. And then the next time your hips are down, leave them there. We'll come into a figure four, planting your right ankle on top of your left thigh, opening up the hip, intending your right knee towards the front of the mat. Maybe you're staying here and this feels good, or you're lifting off your left foot, bringing your left calf at a 90-degree angle, parallel with the mat, I should say. Maybe even interlacing your hands behind your left thigh and intending it towards you. Using your right arm against your right thigh to intend a bit more feeling in that stretch. Finding stillness or maybe rocking a little bit. Just noticing the sensations. Rocking, finding stillness, letting go of the bind in your leg. Keep your right leg as is, but plant your left foot back down. Bringing your arms to be wide alongside of you. And then on your next exhale, just dropping your legs towards the left, come into a twist. Either staying with your right knee towards the ceiling or maybe crossing it over completely or coming out of it, whatever feels right. But breathe in your twist. Inhale for length and space. Exhale, can you twist deeper? Both shoulders firmly on the mat. The twist is coming from your back. Your hips. Inhale, bring your legs back up to center. Release your right foot back to the mat. Realign yourself. And we'll come into figure four on the opposite side. Left ankle on your right thigh. Whatever variation you took on the opposite side is likely going to match this one, even if the sensations are different. Maybe noticing tightness from one side versus the other. Noticing if your mind is wandering, if it's harder for you to stay here. Not putting any judgment to that, but coming back to it, to your anchor, to your intention. You deserve this moment even when it's difficult. When you're feeling even, bringing your right foot to the mat, arms wide along, reaching towards opposite ends of your house. And on the exhale, dropping your legs towards the right, coming into that twist. When you're feeling even, on your inhale, you come back to center. Option to do any movement here that your body is craving. And if you're ready to close off the practice, finding Shavasana, bringing your legs long, palms up alongside you, letting go of all effort, of your ego, coming back to this physical self and feeling the difference from when you started to when you ended here in corpse pose. Feeling your belly rise on the inhale and your entire body sink a little more onto the mat on the exhales. We'll find silence here for a few moments, and my voice will guide you out. Coming back to your body, back to your breath. Gently start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Making circles with your wrists and your ankles. Maybe bringing one ear to the mat and then the other. Inhale, take a big morning stretch. And on your exhale, roll over onto either side, finding a fetal position. Taking a last moment here and saying something kind to yourself. When you're ready, gently making your way into a seated position. Prayer hands at the center of your chest. Hope you enjoyed your practice. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.